What's up, everybody? It's here. The Anker SOLIX F3000, again right here, Anker SOLIX F3000 portable. I'm not sure what is behind this piece of tape, so it's portable something. Maybe you guys could guess what is behind this piece of tape. Maybe we'll do an untaping of what it says behind here. I'm sure this is probably covered up for shipping purposes or customs purposes. Who knows? It probably says generator or something back there, but I found it kind of funny that that's covered up. But anyways, today I'm going to do an unboxing, a strictly unboxing video. I'm not going to get into any of the features. That will be a future video. I just want to get this unboxed. I'm always fortunate to get products from Anker, especially new products like their two coolers, their Everfrost coolers. I was pretty much the first one to get it because their distribution center is about an hour away from my house. So I get these things super quick. So I think I'm the first one to do an unboxing of this. So it's exciting. And just to let you know, this was my very first Anker product back in 2016, my little battery pack. I have 3 of these. They all still work to this day. So basically Anker started with this and now they have this. And I'm sure this is going to work just as good as this, and it's going to last just as long as this. Yeah, so let's get to it. I'm going to cut the cardboard out because this thing weighs about 90 pounds. There's no way I'm going to be able to lift this thing out of the box, so I'm just going to cut it away. So let's get to the unboxing. From the outside, it's packaged very well, and I am going to post a video clip at the end of this one that's going to show you how FedEx delivered this thing. Shame on you, FedEx. This is like the 3rd time you've done this to me. And you guys could judge for yourself. And we will see how well this thing has been packaged on the inside. Because anything else would probably I would probably have to call Anker and have them send me another one. But anyways, let's start unboxing this thing and see what she looks like. So I'm going to cut it away. Like I said, I'm not going to attempt to lift this thing out of the box. Let's get that out of there. Let's get these things. This one is number 23 of 46. So I'm lucky number 23. So happy birthday to you. She's number 23 to come off, I'm assuming off the assembly line or the packaging line. So let's start cutting this thing open. I'm excited. Again, Anker sent this to me. I did not buy it. They did not buy my review. So I'm going to give you guys in future videos my honest take on it. Like I said, I'm an average consumer. I'm buying this primarily, if I were to buy it, I would buy it for basically power outages to power my refrigerator. I have their 1000 and I use that now. But this thing is a game changer here. And I also do a lot of overlanding and camping. I work in the movie and entertainment industry. So we use these things a lot too, but we use the other brand, the other competitors. They use that for lighting in moving vehicles, in the vans for the sound equipment, et cetera, et cetera. But we'll go into that stuff later on. So let's open this thing up and see how well it's been packaged. Very excited. Let's see what this thing looks like. All right, there we go. As always, Anker does a great job packaging their stuff. I mean, look how thick this is. It's not some flimsy styrofoam. This is the real deal. And this is how my cooler came. And again, I'll show you the video. And the FedEx driver delivered this thing. It was like he was dropping a bag of cement on the ground. I mean, he literally, over his shoulder, threw it on the ground. And I'm hoping it didn't damage anything on the inside. I'm sure it's fine because of this packaging. This is legit. This is no joke. They didn't cheap out on the packaging like a lot of companies do. So hands off again to Anker on that one. Let's see. Let's go up here. Let's cut this away real quick. Forgive me. This is going to be a one take too. There's going to be no editing on this. So if I make any mistakes in my wording or any blunders, forgive me in advance. Let's cut this off over here and get in front of it. And we'll cut this back here. I'm going to try to make some videos. Well, I'm not going to try. I'm going to make some videos on my uses, on what I use this thing for. I'm sure there's going to be a plethora of content out there on the technical specs of it. I'm not an engineer. I'm not an electrical engineer. I'm not a battery engineer. I'm just your average consumer. And that's why I was chosen to review this, because I want to just give you the average consumer's point of view on what we would use this for. I know there's people out there that, that have solar panels on their roofs, and it's kind of crazy with the other content creators. This is the other side of the box. Oh, look at that, power station. Now we know what it says behind that piece of tape. Power station. Again, that must have been covered up for shipping reasons. So here we go. All right, but anyways, yeah, like I said, there's gonna be tons of content with this from people who know what they're talking about when it comes to all the technical stuff. All right, so on the top here, we've got the instruction manuals, safety information, quick start guide. We also got back here, that fell in the back. Let's bring this up here. We got the power cable that plugs in the back. Oh, actually, you know what? This isn't the power cable. This is the solar panel cable for your solar panel hookup. For your solar hookup. Great quality. I've never seen this before. This is kind of interesting. I guess this is where it plugs in. But here you go. So that's a cable there. And there's nothing there. And then here we go. So this is the charging cable for it. Heavy duty. I mean, this thing weighs like 90 pounds. But again, they didn't cheap out on anything. So this is new to me here. That's pretty cool. I mean, again, it's just the quality of their build and the stuff that they do is just top notch. I mean, it's actually pretty cool right there. So this thing kind of like, it looks like it's gonna lock into it. But anyways, that's their power cable. And I think that's all that came with that. Let's see if I can lift this. Oh my God, see, this thing is too heavy for me to lift. So let's just rip this off. Let's rip that off. Look how thick that foam is. All right, let's get this thing out of here before I kill myself. Look at that. What a beautiful unit. Amazing. Amazing. All right, we'll power through this somehow. Actually, not that bad. Oop, no water going off my table. All right, over there. Woo! Microphone fell off. Again, this is going to be a one-take video, so there's going to be bloopers. Let's put my microphone back on. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's all compose ourselves and get back into the action. And here she is, man. This is nice. This is a beautiful unit. I mean, the quality is incredible. I mean, they did not cheap out on this thing one bit. The wheels are great. They have like a little rubber coating on them, so they're kind of a mixture of rubber and plastic. Oh, let's do this, because I know for some reason everybody always wants to do this, and they get angry if you don't. So let's peel this off. Let's have a moment of silence. All right, that's done. That's over with. So here are all the ports. So this is 120 volt. This is a 30 amp. So I'll use this to hook up to my RV. So we'll definitely test my motorhome with this. Again, we're not going to go too technical. Your 12 volt outlets here. This is a DC port, which is pretty cool. These are your USB ports. Then we'll flip it around. Oh, that's got the, I don't know if you can see it, but got the handle right there. Again, the quality is incredible. I'm blown away on just wow. I mean, there's like a little spring action in there. I mean, this thing is not cheap by far. It's called the Easy Tow. It's trademark, Easy Tow handle. So they trademarked that. Let's see. Let's turn this thing around the back. There is a port back here. So this is your solar. These are the solar inputs back here. So we'll go dive deeper into that. So you got on the back side, you got your solar inputs. And then, oh my God, let's see over here. So over here you got your AC input. So that's where'd that go? I can't believe I lost it already. Anyways, again, we'll go into that later. Again, one take, no cuts. So this is where you plug in the power. There's something here, I'm not sure what that's for. That's probably for some future expansion, maybe on a different version. Maybe that'll be another, I don't know. It's just an empty hole. I don't know if you could see it. Let's turn it around. Right here. So there's your breaker. This is your power, and then there's something mysterious there. This is, I'm assuming, and look at that. It just, usually these things like pop off and break, but this is all rubberized and it pushes back nice and neat in there and clicks back. So that's pretty cool. So this is, I'm assuming, for the expansion battery. This port right here is for the expansion battery. Again, it just clicks right back in, protects it from any kind of elements. And this has a picture of a generator. So this would be for the generator attachment that you could purchase separately. And yeah, there you go. Beautiful. What a work of art. Let's bring it back here. Let's power it up. Woo. Man. And just to show you what I do with my little battery pack. Oh, here it is. Original Anker. It's about the size of their screen. It's smaller than their screen. So this is where Anker started. And this is where then they've come. Incredible. And hopefully it lasts as long as this thing will, and I'm sure it will. It's got some little rubber feet here, so when you do flip it up and over, it will rest on these little rubber feet. So let's power this thing up. We'll do a little powering up. Hold that there. I don't know if it came with charge. It probably didn't come charged. I'll probably have to plug it in. Did it come charged? No, didn't come charged. All right, so we'll have to do, let's see, just real quick. We'll plug it in real fast and power it up for the first time. Go down here. Let's see how I've never used this kind of plug before, so I'm kind of curious on how this thing works. Oh, that was super easy. Oh, there we go. It's powering up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it came with 24%. I guess you needed to plug it in. It's app controlled, so you'll be able to pair it to your app. I'm sure you'll be able to do a lot of stuff from there. But there we go. She's a beauty. Let's turn on the light. Look at that. 3 different settings of light. These lights really come in handy. On my 1000, I love it. But there it is. What a great unit. 2, if I had more thumbs, I'd give them 2 thumbs up right now for Anker, for the Infini power that they have branded here. You got 4 AC outlets. You got your breakers right here. This is a button to turn on the outlets here. This is a button to turn on the car socket. Let's turn the sucker off. There's a little reset button here. I'm not sure why we use that, but maybe if it freezes up, you could reset it. But yeah, so here it is, guys. She's a beauty. So anyways, I'll put some links down below. This is on pre-order right now, and I know they're giving a discount on it, so I encourage you guys to sign up. If this is something you're interested in, sign up and take advantage of the discount that you're going to be giving. And yeah, because I did that with their Aerofrost cooler. And a lot of people didn't do it, and they kicked themselves in the butt because they didn't take advantage of the discount they're offering, the pre-order. They do that now for a few of their products. I'm also a backer on their Kickstarter page for Eufy Make, their other division for their UV printer. I can't wait to test that printer with this, because a lot of people are going to want to take that printer to a craft show or a street fair and print stuff. Print on glasses and mugs and magnets. And I'm just curious on how long this will power that printer. So that printer doesn't come out until July. So once that gets released, I will do in a video with this and that machine to see how long it prints. I'll also test it with my CMYK printer I have in the other room. It's a small, this is my prototype office over here where I do prototyping for my other business that I do. So I'll be curious to see how long it'll power my printer, how long it'll power my computer, how long it will power my refrigerator, etc., etc. There'll be more to come. And again, here it is. It's beautiful, very well made. And again, they didn't buy that from me. They didn't tell me to say this. This is my honest review. Wow. Like I said, I was amazed with their cooler. When I got their Everfrost coolers, I've been amazed with all their battery packs. This, like I said, this little sucker here has been working from day one. I've purchased over 50 products from Anker. A couple misses, but I still have their Soundcore, original Soundcore speakers. Those work great. I have their flashlights. I have a plethora of cables from Anker, and they all work great. And that's it. So anyways, stay tuned for more content. I hope I went over everything really quick. Like I said, I wasn't going to get too deep into it. But this thing is great. This thing is great. And 2 thumbs up, Anker. You guys did it again. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.